I don't know. This is starting to feel like the were we the bad guys all along meme with fan bases in the WNBA. But recently there was the shadow release of Caitlin Clark's Rookie of the Year. Not a lot of fanfare compared to other players that got spotlights and giant trophies and those kind of moments. And so much was made up about the Rookie of the Year race this year between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, even though it wasn't really close, especially once July hit. It was over. All like lines of argumentation beyond that beginning horrible stretch of the season pretty much died very quickly as Caitlin Clark overcame obstacles and got in the lab and just became better and better as the year went on. Well, Isabelle Harrison from the Chicago Sky, as is famous, her and teammates had, talked about at near the end of the season about how they were getting lots of hate from their own fan bases. And there's been so much of a canon and a pointing of fingers at the Caitlin Clark fans or Indiana Fever fans, new fans, whatever. And here you have a player, Isabelle Harrison, who is simply retweeting a post about Caitlin Clark winning Rookie of the Year. And sure enough, that retweeting of a post leads to her own fans coming after her, which then she has to respond. And then she says that the WNBA is still going to continue to grow. But yeah, harassment from your own team's fan base is crazy work, which it is. And they talk about the 144, but if it's really like this sisterhood and you're all supporting each other, why is it crazy that a player would support their peers when they receive a prestigious award, something that, even the WNBA isn't celebrating to that level? And, when it's noteworthy that like Satu Sabali is liking an Instagram post about a Rookie of the Year and she's one of the only players that has, it's just this really weird feeling of, again, more signs that the WNBA is just, immature. It's not a professional league yet. It isn't used to this kind of attention and this level of attention. And to pin everything on this one fan base when you really can't. Like online trolls, people that want to stir controversy, they exist everywhere. I'm sure some of these Sky fans or the people that show up in these players' comments that appear to be Sky fans aren't Sky fans either. But I don't think it would be reasonable for me, you, anyone to then go to Angel Reese and be like, "Oh, Angel Reese, you gotta talk to your fan base to stop them harassing Isabelle about liking a Rookie of the Year post." Angel Reese has spoken out, but the only thing she basically said in order to promote her podcast and blame everything on media, which I agree. Like media does like to run with things. They want to go with what gives you clicks and views and all that kind of stuff. They're a business, and that's how they operate. And in some cases, I think there's a line where, hey, you can be fair and you can levy valid criticisms. And then there's a line where you're approaching into like personal attacks and speculation that isn't really fair to the players. And I think somewhere along that way, there's this thought that the line is right here when really it's like it should be farther out. The line's not even being crossed, but it's acted like it's being crossed and by the specific force that's targeting. And really it's just sports fans now and the level of attention. And with that level of attention, that percentage of people that are going to cause a stir. And it happened last year. It happened in previous seasons. It's not unique to this season because of Caitlin Clark. It's just that small percentage has gotten a little bit bigger. And even though it's a small percentage, it only takes that small percentage to then kind of like spoil the rest. And especially in online places like X and those kind of places, they're naturally a cesspool for this kind of echo chamber, validation. You're going to see a lot more of these crazy fan bases going after it. But it's just frustrating again, and another sign that hopefully everyone can, after the season, kumbaya and come to realization, and the WNBA can do some cleaning of house and get their stuff in order. Because so many things, and I have a video upcoming that I'm going to talk about what I want to see from the WNBA in the offseason, fixing a lot of the standout pain points that make it hard to watch the product. There was talent there, but the product wasn't good enough. And there's a lot of things they can do to make it good enough and to take this wave of enthusiasm and let it carry them. But they're kind of doing everything they can to stifle it. And so, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think, and like, subscribe, look forward to my future videos. And as always, remember, you're going to be amazing today because you are amazing. Catch you next episode.